evidence. They have been summoned. They have been called by Enforcement Directorate today. Now, this is a long going investigation in National Herald Young Indian case. Mallikarjun Kharge, Pawan Bansal, Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, they all have been summoned. Their statements have been recorded. Today is DK Shivakumar and his brother's turn. They will be questioned related to the transactions that were made by them. To Young Indian, there was some amount which was transferred, and they are going to be questioned regarding that. So this is what Enforcement Directorate has to say. Back to you.
Stay with us. Siddhant, we're also joined by our senior political editor, Pallavi Ghosh, for more on this. Very good morning to you, Pallavi. Now, today is an important day in the Bharat Jodo Yatra in the state of Karnataka because it is at the Mutt, which is very important to the Vokkaliga community, which DKS hails from. The Congress looking to woo that community in a big way. But Pallavi, by now the Congress must be used to taking these questionings in their stride, and they've responded saying it is vengeance which has prompted these cases, and especially today's questioning against them.
There are two ways of looking at it, and there are going to be two angles to it. Certainly, the Congress party is going to call it a case of political witch hunt. I remember DK Shivakumar had made that request to the ED that since he's, in a sense, organizing the Karnataka leg because he's a state Congress in charge of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, he should be excused this time round. That permission was not given, and that's again a point which he made, that this is a clear-cut case of political witch hunt and yet again a misuse of the CBI and the ED. So how is the Congress going to use it to their advantage? Well, they're going to make the point that, look, they are scared of the Yatra and the traction it's been getting on the ground, and therefore they do not want DK Shivakumar to be there.
Welcome back. We have some breaking inputs coming in from Hyderabad. The Hyderabad customs have intercepted 2 male passengers arriving from Dubai with 24 gold bars concealed inside the check-in baggage, which was seized by the customs. Now, the total weight of the gold seizure is 2,800 grams, valued at over 1.4 crore Indian rupees. Now, in another case, Hyderabad customs have also seized one silver-coated cylindrical air compressor worth over 2.5 crore rupees. For more details, let's quickly go across to Nikhil, who's joining us on the phone line. Nikhil, time and again, we've seen these custom seizures happen at Hyderabad. But what are you learning in terms of why were these gold objects and the silver cylindrical compressor being smuggled?
Well, Akanksha, as per the given details, what we can clearly say that because of the vigil of the Customs Department, that too, who were placed at the Hyderabad Airport, Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, some of the passengers who were coming all the way from Dubai, they have been nabbed by the officials. In fact, if we talk about the first case study, clearly in the visuals as well, we can see that the passenger had arrived from the flight TK524, where in his check-in baggage, 24 gold bars were concealed inside that particular baggage. And if we talk about the weight of the same, 2,800 grams, and it was valued at 1,47,028,000 rupees. But now he has been nabbed by the authorities, and we have been told that the said person had attempted to cross the customs green channel as well with an intention to evade the custom duty. So he was in a way also trying to evade the custom duty, which is as per the protocols, it has to be paid by the passenger who is coming with this kind of gold, this level of gold. And so this is one such seizure which has been made. And in another case study, if we talk about the details, this is also of the Hyderabad in the state of Telangana. So based on the specific information by the agencies, so this is one cylindrical silver-coated block of 24K purity. This is something which is even important. This was also concealed inside an airtight compressor, you can say tire inflator as well. And if we talk about the further details, it also weighs close to 5,000 grams, and the value of the same, Akanksha, you will be shocked to hear it, more than 2 crore rupees. It was also seized by the passenger who had arrived from the Rajiv Gandhi.
Right. Many thanks to you, Nikhil, for bringing in all those details. And with that, we have some more inputs coming in, this time on the SSC exam controversy. Let's now bring you the latest on that news story. Now, the BJP National General Secretary C.T. Ravi has hit out at DMK MP Kanimoi. C.T. Ravi said that SSC has been holding exams since 1975, and earlier also exams were held in Hindi and English only. He further added that BJP was not in power at that time, and this comes after DMK leader Kanimoy tweeted against the centre and questioned the sovereignty of India and demanded that SSC CGL examinations should be conducted in other regional languages as well. Meanwhile, AIA-DMK has also slammed Kanimoy, saying that DMK was an ally with Congress for 18 years and at that time the CGL exams were never held in vernacular languages. Let's listen in to what CT Ravi has to say.
आप सोचिए, हर चीज को विवाद करना, ऐसा सोचेंगे तो हम क्या करना? स्टाफ सिलेक्शन कमीशन 1975 से एग्जाम कर रहा है। पहले भी केवल अंग्रेजी और हिंदी में कर दिए थे वो लोग 1975 से। 1975 में भाजपा सत्ता में नहीं थे, हम सत्ता में नहीं थे। टेक्निकल एग्जाम हमेशा पहले भी हिंदी और अंग्रेजी में किए थे। आज जो नया ऐसा कर रहा है, नैरेटिव पैदा करने के लिए गलत प्रोपेगेंडा कर रहा है, ये ठीक नहीं है।
Not sure when CGL exams were held in vernacular languages post-independence. DMK was an ally with Congress for 18 years. Even in that period of time, I don't think so CGL exams were conducted in the vernacular languages. And particularly referring to English and Hindi, the weightage given on paper 2 is 35%. I think having 39 MPs in the Lok Sabha, they could give a proper and due representation for a consideration rather than stoking an unwarranted and unnecessary controversy at this time in the pretext of unity in diversity.
Namaste, you're on The Nation at 5. I'm Anand Narsimhan and we're coming to you live here from the newsroom at CNN News 18. Big news coming through at this point, right at the top of this Friday edition of The Nation at 5. The MEA officially has objected to the US ambassador to Pakistan, David Blom's visit to Pak-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, and more importantly, terming that region as Azad Jammu and Kashmir. The MEA has also raised its objections and continues to maintain its concerns on the US delivery or upgrade of the F-16s to the Pakistanis. But this is what Arindam Bagchi had to say.
As regards the U.S. ambassador to Pakistan, his recent visit and his comments to Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, let me just confirm that yes, our objection to the visit and meetings in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir by the U.S. ambassador to Pakistan has been conveyed to the U.S. side.
So the objections have been conveyed to the US side is what Arindam Bagchi says, but what has been the US response? That's the bigger question, Abhishek Jha, because this seems to be done deliberately. It's not possible that a US ambassador to Pakistan did not know the sensitivity to the utterances that he makes and the references that he makes, and the fact that he is present on territory that is deemed sovereign Indian soil.
Of course, Anand, and when this statement was made, this was on 2nd of October when India was celebrating birthday of Mahatma Gandhi. And during that time only, the US ambassador in Pakistan, he was visiting that Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir area, where in his tweets, he referred that area as Azad Kashmir. So clearly, this is a statement that did not go down well in Indian diplomats community, and the objection on this statement made by the ambassador of USA in Pakistan has been clearly conveyed to the USA side. That is the latest that our MEA spokesperson Arindam Bagchi has conveyed to us. Not only that, India has also conveyed its objection on latest allotment or sanctions amount for the sustainability of F-16 fighter jets that Pakistan has. And that issue has also been raised to the USA side, because we know that those F-16s were actually deployed against Indian Air Forces during Balakot time. And in that context, it becomes really important because USA has maintained that these F-16s are being provided to Pakistan for only counter-terrorism effort. But India has clearly punctured that USA narrative, where it has clearly told them that, look, F-16s were last deployed against India, and there is no way that F-16 have been deployed against counter-terrorism operations. So there should be something that USA side should
The
not
External
be
Affairs
trying to-
Minister S. Jaishankar himself, not taking kindly and also calling it that it's laughable that somebody would believe an explanation like that it's for counter-terrorism operations. Interestingly, the $1.1 billion dole out from the IMF, around $8.2 million or a huge amount, a significant amount is going, $800 million is going towards the payment of these refurbishment and the upgrade itself of the F-16s. So it's going back into the US kitty. But the other aspect, Abhishek, is the US side response to India's objections. Has there been a retraction yet? What has the US side said to India's objections?
Anand, if you could come again with your question, please.
What has been the US side's response to India raising objections? Has it indicated to Ambassador Blom that he must retract his statement? Will US retract that statement?
Clearly, the objection that Indian side has been conveyed to the USA through the proper diplomatic channel, and this has happened just on the heels of External Affairs Jaishankar's visit to USA. So clearly, this is something that shouldn't have happened in the diplomatic circle of India and USA. But the USA side's response is yet to come. At least that is something that we have not been told yet. But India has clearly maintained its stance that the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir remains Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, and there is no way a country which has a friendly and strategic ties with India and its senior diplomat can call that area as Azad Kashmir.
Well, thank you for your inputs, Abhishek. Moving on, and big news coming through, and this is on the massive drugs crackdown that is happening pan-India, especially along our western coastline, ladies and gentlemen. Drugs worth 1,000 crore rupees have been seized from an Iranian boat by the Indian Navy. 4 Iranians and 2 Pakistani nationals have been taken into custody. The smugglers and the drugs have been handed over to the Narcotics Department. This is as per the Navy sources. Anvit now joining us live with more details. Anvit, where was this drug haul made and what is the nature of the drugs?
So Anand, there are 2 separate operations, both done by the Narcotics Control Bureau and the Indian Navy. Both these operations have led to massive recovery of drugs. In fact, the first operation is from Mumbai, where from a residential complex, 6 persons were arrested and 60 kg MDMA has been recovered, which is worth 120 crores, what the police are telling us right now. The figure is 120 crores, 60 kg MDMA. This has been recovered from Mumbai in a joint operation by the NCB and Navy. Now 6 persons have been arrested in this. All 6 of them have been identified as Indians. They have all been taken into custody, and now their interrogation is underway, whether to find out what were the sources of these drugs and whether to find out where were these to be supplied. In another major operation which was done in the international waters, this was in Kochi, where
Yeah, please complete. Yeah, the Kochi operation.
So in Kochi, the drugs that have been recovered are 200 kg. This is heroin, is what the police are telling us. This is also a joint operation by the NCB and Navy, and the value of the drugs that have been recovered is 200 crores. This is what they have come on record and said. And the 6 persons who have been arrested, they are all foreigners. These persons in this operation are not Indian residents. Their antecedents are yet to be verified, but what we are getting from sources is that 4 of them could be Iranis, while 2 of them are Pakistani nationals. This is what we are getting. So these are the 2 main big operations that have taken place by NCB
so the first
and
operation
Navy.
that we've done, now this 200 kilograms of heroin, what is the worth of the 200 kilograms of heroin that's been caught off Kochi coast, where these foreign nationals are involved?
Correct. See, the police have said that they have detained these 6 men. Now, they were intercepted on a boat in the international waters. From the boat, the 200 kg heroin has been recovered. Police are trying to find out where this boat was coming to and what place was this routed to. Because the main will be see, even we have seen in the past that this Lakshadweep Island has become the main transit area, and all these boats come from South Africa side. Even in the past, when Delhi Special Cell intercepted 2 containers, that had also been shipped from South Africa. So that has become the main route. And Indian, like you mentioned the western coastline, it has actually become a vulnerable point because even the DRI and NCB in the past that the operations they have done, this area we have seen that a lot of drugs are coming in via maritime route. So this also is a big operation. Both the operations have been conducted by NCB and Navy, and total.
Now putting out the details of the second operation that you talked about, that is the NCB and the Navy working together. This is 50 kilograms of MDMA. 50 kilograms of MDMA being seized. 2 Mumbai residents have been arrested. 4 were arrested earlier from Gujarat. So again, 6 arrests, but all of them Indians in this case with 10 kilograms of MDMA. That was the arrest that was done in Gujarat. One drug smuggler worked as a pilot for Air India. Now, this is quite surprising and startling, the details. So, was this pilot involved in ferrying of these drugs? That's a big question, Anvit. And you're saying 6 Indian nationals, 4 of them arrested from Gujarat with 10 kilograms of MDMA. And these 2 residents of Mumbai arrested with 50 kilograms of MDMA. What's the worth and what was the intention? What did they intend to do with these drugs? Was it to sell in Mumbai, or was it a conduit? Were they conduits for it to be passed on somewhere else?
Yeah, see, all 6 of these persons who have been arrested, what police are saying that these people had been given different roles. While some of them were involved in distributing it further, some were responsible for fetching it from across from the international borders. Now, MDMA is a tablet, as we know. It's also known as happy pills and is mostly used in rave parties and is sold across India. In fact, so the police apprehension is that these drugs were to be sold in different parts of country, including Mumbai and other parts of Delhi and other states as well. Also, because the New Year's is approaching, and generally seizures increase during the end of the year, because when these parties take place, in fact, time and again many parties have been busted from Delhi and many other states. So a rise of MDMA we have seen in past few months. In fact, Delhi police recently busted a case where they had also recovered MDMA in big quantity, and all these drugs, one latest trend that has surfaced is all these drugs and all these shipments that are coming from are being routed via South African countries, so that so that it can be hidden, the route can be hidden, that it is not directly coming to India. Also, it is said that all these containers that are coming in, they are randomly checked at the ports, and that is how it is. In fact, Mundra catch was also busted. When these randomly these containers were checked. In fact, including the Nhava Sheva that was busted the last month. So this catch has also been busted in a similar manner, and the route seems to be the same, which has come via South Africa. And these MDMA, police are saying right now they were to be sold in India, and various parts of India it has to be distributed.
Right. So big drug bust, ladies and gentlemen. Here on the Nation at 5, we brought you the information on heroin off the coasts of Kerala and of Kochi, MDMA from Mumbai, and now a third bust, which has again happened off Mumbai at the Nhava Sheva port. And this is a cocaine drug bust that's happened. This big one, one container with 50 kilograms of cocaine has actually been seized at Nhava Sheva in Mumbai. The container came in from South Africa and it posed as a shipment of fruits. Anvit still with us with the details. Anvit, huge container, but 50 kilograms of cocaine. So is this just a small amount that's been divulged, or are they anticipating more such shipments? And was this cocaine concealed in these fruits?
Yeah, certainly. See, Anand, this is just the tip of the iceberg, what the officials are saying. This is the DRI bus, Directorate Revenue of Intelligence. We have spoken to some senior officers, and they have told CNN News 18 that searches are still on. The container was intercepted on 5th of October at the Nhava Sheva port. It was declared as a fruits container, and when this container was checked randomly, it was found that some of the containers were containing a white powdered substance. When it was sent to labs, it was found that it is cocaine. And when the searches were done, it has so far the quantity has gone to at least 50 kgs, which police are saying would be somewhere around 300 to 250 crores. But they are saying that searches are still on. The quantity can go up, because this is just the beginning, they are saying, and searches are still on. The container consists of more than 500 bags and packets, so they are all to be searched. This is only the tip of the iceberg that the police are saying, and has been confirmed that this is cocaine. And the amount, they have not come forward, but they have come forward claiming what the amount of this recovered narcotics would be, but it is suspected to be somewhere between less than 500 crores as of now.
About 500 crores worth of cocaine being part of a container of the port of Nhava Sheva, the intended market again India. Going back to the MDMA drug bust, one of them was a pilot with Air India. Do we know, was he still working, or is he...
You see, he had worked with Air India as a pilot, and he had left his job some time back. He had worked for 3 to 4 years with Air India as a pilot, and then later he had left his job. Police are yet to interrogate him on what was the reasons for him leaving the job, whether or not he was employed by the syndicate, international syndicate of drugs or narcotics, and that was the reason that he started making more money out of the syndicate, and that is why he left the job. Or was it there any misconduct or disciplinary action that led to him leaving that job? And also, his clear role is yet to be identified. All the 6 persons who have been arrested, all of them are being said to be Indians, and their exact roles are yet to be defined by the agency, because the agency has not yet come forward or released any information on record. This is all what we are learning from our sources. This Air India pilot's role has surfaced definitely, and he will also be charged under the NDPS Act and other sections. But the role of all 6 of these individuals, NCB is yet to come forward and declare it.
Right. Anvit, thank you for your input. So 3 major drug busts that have happened in the last 48 hours off the coast on the west, along the western coastline, 2 in Mumbai and 1 off the coast of Kerala, of Kozhikode. So, and overall totaling to more than 2,000 crore. There is heroin, there is happy pills or MDMA, and of course there is cocaine. So 3 different kinds of drugs all around the western coastline. Big busts that have happened. 2 of these busts have happened in Mumbai itself. We're going to take a very, very short break. When we come back, the Gyanvapi hearing, why the petitioners don't want just carbon dating, but they have brought in the scope to any form of scientific investigation. The petitioners live with us when we come back. Stay with us.
At the politics in Karnataka, that's going to be the game which is going to be played out by the BJP and also by the Congress.
That's a very important perspective coming in there from Pallavi. Pallavi, stay with us. Let's also go across to Ritu, who joins us live from Karnataka. Ritu, what is the schedule for the Yatra today? And also take us through the recent raids that DKS was subjected to just a few days ago. And he also made a statement saying he doesn't know why he's been summoned today.
Well, exactly what we know is that DK Shivakumar has already left from Bangalore, and today he is going to appear in front of the ED right after the ED had summoned him. But of course, DK Shivakumar has questioned the timing and how the central agencies are being used from the BJP party to harass the Congress leaders. But however, what the Congress leaders have to say is that no matter what the central agencies decide to do against the Congress leaders and the BJP party who's trying to manipulate the agencies, the Congress leaders aren't scared of it. They all stand unitedly and strongly with the DK Shivakumar and the Suresh as well, and the other leaders as well, who have been harassed by the ED and CBI and the other agencies. So they say that since they have the respect for the law and order, the DK Shivakumar will appear in front of the ED to show that example and also set an example that the Congress leaders aren't scared of what the agencies have to decide. But however, we have seen the series of attacks that have been happened on DK Shivakumar, the raids that took place in the earlier, and therein how the CBI also visited his multiple locations and carried an inspection, checked all his documents too. So with that all, the DK Shivakumar is saying that somewhere this is panicking the BJP party, the Bharat Jodo Yatra's success. But they say that this success will continue for all the days till the Bharat Jodo Yatra gets over here in the Karnataka, and the upcoming assembly elections as well. It is the Congress party who will be able to make its mark and come back in the power, and then show the BJP party how things have to be panned out in a political manner.
As Rahul Gandhi leads Congress's Bharat Jodo Yatra to Karnataka, the Enforcement Directorate has summoned Karnataka Congress Chief DK Shivakumar to appear before them in Delhi today. This in connection with the National Herald case. The ED had rejected Shivakumar's request to extend the date of his appearance, citing the responsibilities he has during the ongoing Yatra. Remember, the case relates to alleged financial irregularities committed by the Young Indian Limited while taking over the assets of the National Herald. The IT department during the initial probe had allegedly found unaccounted for and misreported wealth linked to the Congress leader.
He has summoned DK Shivakumar. They have asked him to appear before them. So how will he take up? How is Congress party planning about it? Because he's saying that he'll be consulting the Congress party leaders and then taking decision.
They have filed the case with vengeance. Why they are not filing either income tax or not raiding on any of the BJP people? You mean to say there are no rich people in BJP? You mean to say that the people who have amassed wealth disproportionate to their known wealth? Huh? Why they are not filing case against any BJP man? Huh? Why they are choosing only Shivakumar and Congress people? That shows it's a vengeance politics.
They can summon Mr. D.K. Shivakumar and Mr. D.K. Suresh 500 times more. They are only trying to block our yatra. Neither is D.K. Shivakumar scared, nor is D.K. Suresh scared, nor is Mr. Siddharamaiah scared, nor is Mr. V.K. Hari Prasad scared, nor are lakhs and lakhs of Congress workers scared. We will give them a befitting reply in the court of the people, and we reject such malicious, vicious attempts that BJP is undertaking only because they are panic-stricken and they are scared of the overwhelming response of the common people to the yatra.
While the Bharat Jodo Yatra continues in Karnataka, and today is a very important day because it's going to be happening at a mutt, which is important for the Vokkaliga community. That's a community that D.K. Shivakumar also hails from, and that's a community that Congress is looking to woo. It's a very important day for the Bharat Jodo Yatra, and DKS is in charge of it. But he's been called to Delhi, and in fact, my colleague Siddhant Mishra joined us from the location where he will be questioned at. Siddhant, at what time is he expected to reach there? And what do we expect the line of questioning to be today? Take us through it.
Well, look, this is not for the first time that D.K. Shivakumar has been summoned by Enforcement Directorate. In fact, he was placed under arrest in 2019, and later he was behind the bars for a couple of months in a money laundering case. So this is perhaps the second time that D.K. Shivakumar has been summoned. This time around, his brother D.K. Suresh has also been summoned by Enforcement Directorate. Right now, we are at Kaveri apartment. We have been told that D.K. Shivakumar is staying here, and at around 10:30 he is likely to come out, and he will go to Enforcement Directorate's office in the national capital, and at around 11 we have been told that questioning with D.K. Shivakumar will begin. Now this questioning is happening at a time when D.K. Shivakumar is the chairman of Congress party committee in Karnataka, and Bharat Jodo Yatra is passing through Karnataka. So he's loaded with lot of party related works. He's loaded with lot of responsibility related to Bharat Jodo Yatra. The Yatra is passing through Karnataka state. And
we're back on The Nation at 5 with the latest on the Gyanvapi hearing, where a Varanasi district court has deferred the hearing on this matter related to scientific investigation. That's what the petitioners have moved, not just carbon dating, but scientific investigation of the Shivling that the Hindu Paksh claims is the Shivling found inside the Gyanvapi Parisar or complex. The matter, the court will now take up the matter on the 11th of October. The court was hearing a plea filed by the Hindu worshippers seeking scientific investigation of the Shivling. The Muslim side, on the other hand, has opposed the petition, saying that the court first needs to review the Advocate Commissioner's report to decide the exact nature of the structure under dispute. Now remember, the Muslim Paksh claims it is a fountain. The Hindu Paksh believes it is the Shivling of Adi Vishweshwar. The Muslim Paksh has also argued that carbon dating can only be done on objects that were once living. The Hindu side has called for a scientific investigation. So even as the application for carbon dating was filed, the last time the hearing was on, the Hindu Paksh had modified the application to scientific investigation. That matter was underlined and reiterated even today in court. Let's listen in to Subhash Nandan, lawyer on the Hindu side.
माननीय न्यायालय ने कहा कि मैं थोड़ा इस पे और क्लेरिफाई होना चाह रहा हूं कि क्या कार्बन डेटिंग ये संभव है, वैज्ञानिक टेस्ट, साइंटिफिक टेस्ट इस पे संभव है कि नहीं है, ये थोड़ा हम क्लियर होना चाह रहे हैं। और उसके बाद उन्होंने कहा कि मुस्लिम पक्ष के जो आपत्ति था कि ये पार्ट ऑफ सूट है कि नहीं, ये पार्ट ऑफ सूट नहीं है इनका, ये चूँकि श्रृंगार गौरी के पूजन की बात कर रहे हैं, फिर शिवलिंग की बात कहाँ से आ गई। तो हम लोगों ने न्यायालय को अपने दावों को जो है स्पष्ट किया।
Pranshu Mishra now joins us. Pranshu, interesting day in court, but the Hindu Paksh had already modified its application in the course of the last hearing. But again, the argument around carbon dating comes into play. And the Hindu Paksh now saying any form of scientific investigation.
Yes, Anand, see, clearly, today was an interesting day in the court because on the last hearing, it was almost clear that court was going to pronounce the verdict today as far as the original application for carbon dating, seeking a carbon dating was concerned. But I think there was also some, doubt still on the mind of the court concerned, and therefore court thought it better to seek more clarification from the either side concerned. And Hindu side too felt that carbon dating demand may be, a bit outrageous, a bit placed out of context, and therefore they went on to modify it as saying that it's a demand for a scientific investigation. That could be ASI probe, that could be carbon dating, whatever, is decided by the wisdom of the court. Muslim side, as you rightly said, is continuing to stick to the very same argument that you first need to dispose of the original prayers made in this petition. You first need to decide whether the structure being claimed as a Shivling, whether it is actually a Shivling or not, or whether it is a fountain. So more arguments will roll out on 11th. So on 11th, we are again not expecting a verdict. On 11th, we are expecting arguments and counter-arguments by the Muslim side. Subsequent to that, if the Hindu side doesn't have any further arguments, then of course the court will probably decide a date when it will announce its verdict on the request of scientific investigation of that entire area.
But if we were to consider this, the 12 to 14 page Advocate Commissioner's report and the detailing which was done, it clearly says 2-3 aspects stand out, Pranshu. One is that the application talks of both visible and invisible deities and determining the exact age and the nature of these structures which are present inside the Gyanvapi Parisar. So, be it Shringar Gauri or be it the Shivling which was found in the Vazukhana area as the Hindu Paksh claims, or even other idols which were found in the Tehkhana and some of the other areas. The Hindu Paksh, is it saying only specific this region, or all visible and invisible deities, there needs to be a scientific investigation? The Advocate Commissioner's report itself says that there are objects that were found. And there is seemingly more to this structure which the Muslim Paksh claims as a fountain, because there is a base under it. And there the access has been blocked. That route to the steps downwards, they have been blocked, and the Muslim Paksh refuse to break that down. And they need to break that down, and that needs to be done by an archaeological survey or scientific experts.
Yes, sir, that's right. In fact, the Hindu side has now modified this application, saying that, we need a scientific investigation, a scientific study of that entire area, which also, of course, comprises of the area that has been sealed off. You can call it a Vazukhana area as per the Muslim side's claim, or the Shivling as per the Hindu side's claim. Now, as far as the Advocate Commissioner's report is concerned, see, Advocate Commissioner's report, it can't be an ultimate, statement on the facts of that place. What the court first needs to do is to deliberate, have discussions and counter arguments on the Advocate Commissioner's report to ascertain that whether findings made in the Advocate Commissioner's report are exactly as being claimed by the Hindu side, or they fulfill more to the objections that are being raised by the Muslim side.
Right. Thank you for your inputs, Pranshu. We have lawyer or petitioner from the Hindu side, Vishnu Shankar Jain, joining us live. Vishnuji, namaste. What happened in court today? We were expecting a decision on whether or not there should be investigation, but it looks like it's beyond the realm of carbon dating now.
See, Anand, there was a lot of confusion which was raised by one of the parties to the case. And the confusion was that we are trying to damage or desecrate the Shivling. So I want to tell on your channel that my 4 plaintiffs will be the last person in this entire world or the universe to even think for a moment that we want to destroy or damage the Shivling. That is point number 1. So that position of ours, we clarified before the court that our demand is for scientific investigation of the Shivlingam which has been found without damaging or desecrating the Shivling. There are various modes and mediums in the modern science where this exercise can be done without damaging or destroying the Shivlingam, where one of which is the ground penetration radar. By ground penetration radar technique, it can be ascertained that what's the length and breadth of the Shivlingam. And we have also, and I request you, Anand, today that please project my application on your channel, where we have asked for excavation of the area of the Vazukhana. We have asked for excavation of the area of the Vazukhana, और शिवलिंग के ऊपर जो सीमेंट नुमा आकृति है उसकी जांच की मांग की है, और शिवलिंग के इर्द गिर्द जो चीजें मिलेंगी उसकी कार्बन डेटिंग की जांच की मांग की है। तो लोगों ने कार्बन डेटिंग को पकड़ा और शिवलिंग को पकड़ा और ये कंफ्यूजन फैला दिया कि हम शिवलिंग को डिस्ट्रॉय करना चाहते हैं और कार्बन डेटिंग से शिवलिंग डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाएगा और कार्बन तो हो ही नहीं सकती। जबकि फैक्ट मैटर ये है आनंद, वी आस्क फॉर कार्बन डेटिंग ऑफ द शिवलिंग, we ask for carbon dating, ground penetration radar and other techniques by which it can be ascertained that what's the length, breadth and the size of the shivlingam which has been found. But इतने सारे इसमें एस्पेक्ट्स हैं, उसमें से दोनों एस्पेक्ट्स को मिक्स करके एक कंफ्यूजन फैलाया गया। जबकि फैक्ट ऑफ द मैटर ये है आनंद, आप देखिए ये जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन होगा ये वेरियस स्टेजेस में होगा। पहली स्टेज क्या होगी इसकी? द फर्स्ट स्टेज विल बी दैट जब कि वहां पे ऐसा सर्वे हुआ तो जो शिवलिंग की आकृति है जो आप अपने चैनल पे अपडेट भी कर रहे हैं उसकी जांच की जाएगी कि ये सीमेंट है कि नहीं है, ये सीमेंट कितना पुराना है, कब लगाया गया, फिर उसमें जो छेद किया गया है वो छेद की जांच की जाएगी कि ये छेद कब किया गया, क्या ये मैनमेड है कि ये पहले से था। उसके बाद जो शिवलिंगम वहां पे उसको एसर्टेन किया जाएगा ग्राउंड पेनिट्रेशन रेडार के माध्यम से कि कितने गहरे तक, कितना इसका डेप्थ है, शिवलिंग का अर्घा मिलना बाकी है। तो ये सारी जांच करने के बाद उसके बाद एएसआई एसर्टेन करेगी कि कार्बन डेटिंग होगी कि नहीं होगी और कार्बन डेटिंग होने से क्या शिवलिंगम को किसी भी तरह की क्षति पहुंच सकती है। बराबर इस तरह की जब एक्सरसाइज की जाती है तो वो कोर्ट से भी इसमें अपनी ओपिनियन लेते हैं और कोर्ट की ओपिनियन लेने के बाद कोर्ट के सुपरविजन में सारी एक्सरसाइज की जाती है। इट्स नॉट अ वन डे टास्क कि कोर्ट ने कहा कि हाँ आप शिवलिंग की जांच करिए और एक सिंपल सा आंसर मिल गया कि हाँ भाई शिवलिंग की कार्बन डेटिंग के जरिए जांच होगी और कार्बन डेटिंग से शिवलिंग टूट जाएगा। इट इज नॉट दैट सिंपल, इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ साइंस। जो साइंटिस्ट हैं, जो इस फील्ड में एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, दे विल गो टू द साइट इन क्वेश्चन, they will inspect the site in question, they'll form a team and the team will decide a mode by which this can be ascertained. It is very clear Anand, if you will read the objection filed by the Muslim side, they are very categorical कि ये फाउंटेन है, शिवलिंग नहीं है और इसको एडजुडिकेट होना है। तो अब मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ अगर ये एडजुडिकेट होगा तो ये कैसे होगा? ये फाउंटेन है कि शिवलिंग है, ये कैसे असर्टेन होगा? एक ही माध्यम से असर्टेन हो सकता है कि भाई इसकी एक साइंटिफिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन कराए।
जी, इसमें एक और बात है विष्णु शंकर जी, दैट द एडवोकेट कमिश्नर्स रिपोर्ट, द मुस्लिम साइड हैज आल्सो सेड दैट यू हैव टू फर्स्ट जज ऑन द एडवोकेट कमिश्नर्स रिपोर्ट, डज दैट कैरी वेट और नॉट, इज दैट विल दैट स्टैंड एज फार एज लीगल स्क्रूटनी एंड लीगल एडमिटेंस इज कंसर्न्ड? In that report, I remember very clearly, there was access which was denied or you were not able to access and see the full structure. What the Muslim Paksh claims fountain and what the Hindu Paksh believes is the Shivling of the Adi Vishweshwar. There was certain passage that was blocked. That access has to also be removed and you have to see the full structure. And now you are saying scientific investigation will also give you an estimate whether this is indeed a structure which looks like a fountain or it looks like a Shivling.
See, absolutely right, Anand. You are absolutely right that we want to excavate this particular area where we want to know that what's the argha of the Shivlingam, how deep it is, and what's the length of the Shivlingam, what's the breadth of the Shivlingam, and for that ground penetration radar is required. The experts from the ASI are required, and therefore we have asked for that.
But in this case, Ji, please complete.
But the point is this, Anand, that such a huge type of confusion has been created, and I must clarify that I have clarified on your channel also. I have clarified before the court also that we are the last person who want to damage or destroy the Shivlingam. When Shivling, जब मैं आनंद आज आपके चैनल पे एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ, जब शिवलिंग में 1.5 सेंटीमीटर का छेद किया गया था तब किसी ने नहीं बोला था। आज जब उस शिवलिंग की जांच की मांग की जा रही है तो लोगों को ये प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है कि जांच क्यों होनी चाहिए। अगर एक पक्ष ये कह रहा है आनंद की ये फाउंटेन है, दूसरा पक्ष ये कह रहा है कि ये शिवलिंगम है, तो इसकी जांच कैसे होगी? क्या इसके लिए जनमत संग्रह होगा? वेदर देयर विल बी अ प्लेबिसाइट टू डिसाइड इट इन अ कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ? हाउ विल यू प्रूव इट? हाउ डू यू एक्सपेक्ट मी टू प्रूव इट? एक्सेप्ट बाय वे ऑफ अ साइंटिफिक मोड, साइंटिफिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन, देयर इज नो अदर मींस or method to determine this.
So do you, my final question, Vishnu Jain, is do you believe that there will be a verdict on or a ruling that you are expecting on the 11th, or is this going to drag on a little more? Because first the court has to be convinced of the need of a scientific investigation, and also whether or not and what weight it will give to the Advocate Commissioner's report.
See, the court had already heard the matter at length. There were certain clarifications which were required. For that, we have clarified. The Muslim party said that we also want to rebut, and the court observed that you have already made your arguments. What's there to rebut? So they said we have not brought our file today, so we are not ready to argue. So the court said that there is nothing to argue, but since you are saying that you to say something as a matter of courtesy, court said that fix it for 11th, and after hearing the Muslim side, we will pass any orders. So this is a fact which was not brought to the knowledge. The Muslim side said today to the court that we are not prepared. We have not brought any file. While the culture is that when a lawyer goes to the court, we go with our complete file. They also had to come with their file. So they said we have not come with our file. So the court said that if you want to say something, you tell us now. You say it now. But they said no, we want to buy some time. We will come on 11th and we will tell whatever we want to say. So court has fixed it on 11th. So we believe that on 11th or any day after 11th, the court will pass its verdict so far as the scientific investigation of this aspect is concerned.
Are you saying that there is an attempt to delay the proceedings?
Yes, there is an attempt to delay the proceedings, but I would also like to say that as a matter of culture and practice at the bar, whenever any party before any verdict wants to say something, the court can give its time, and the court in its discretion has given time to the Muslim side. We will also patiently wait for the arguments of Muslim side on 11th of October, and after they conclude their arguments, the Honorable Court will pass its order.
Vishnu Shankar Jain, thank you for making the time and for clearing the aspect that you had at all points in time asked for a proper scientific investigation and has to be done by an authority like the Archaeological Survey of India, because there are two claims to the same structure and the same area. Hindu Paksh says it's a Shivlingam, the Muslim Paksh says it's a fountain. There is an Advocate Commissioner's report that's conducted a survey, although that survey itself is not complete, and the party and the court has to say who will adjudicate this scientifically. It has to be an authority or a body like the Archaeological Survey of India. Thank you for making the time and for speaking with us. We're going to take a very short break here on The Nation at 5. Stay with us.
The Bharat Jodo Yatra's success, but they say that this success will continue for all the days till the Bharat Jodo Yatra gets over here in the Karnataka, and in the upcoming assembly elections as well. It is the Congress party who will be able to make its mark and come back in the power, and then show the BJP party how things have to be panned out in a political manner.
As Rahul Gandhi leads Congress's Bharat Jodo Yatra to Karnataka, the Enforcement Directorate has summoned Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shivakumar to appear before them in Delhi today. This in connection with the National Herald case. The ED had rejected Shivakumar's request to extend the date of his appearance, citing the responsibilities he has during the ongoing yatra. Remember, the case relates to alleged financial irregularities committed by the Young Indian Limited while taking over the assets of the National Herald. The IT department during the initial probe had allegedly found unaccounted for and misreported wealth linked to the Congress leader.
He has summoned D.K. Shivakumar. They have asked him to appear before them. So how will he take up? How is Congress party planning about it? Because he's saying that he'll be consulting the Congress party leaders and then taking decision.
They have filed the case with vengeance. Why they are not filing either income tax or not raiding on any of the BJP people? You mean to say there are no rich people in BJP? You mean to say that the people who have amassed wealth disproportionate to their known wealth? Huh? Why they are not filing case against any BJP man? Huh? Why they are choosing only Shivakumar and Congress people? That shows it's a vengeance politics.
They can summon Mr. D.K. Shivakumar and Mr. D.K. Suresh 500 times more. They are only trying to block our yatra. Neither is D.K. Shivakumar scared, nor is D.K. Suresh scared, nor is Mr. Siddaramaiah scared, nor is Mr. B.K. Hari Prasad scared, nor are lakhs and lakhs of Congress workers scared. we will give them a befitting reply in the court of the people. And we reject such malicious, vicious attempts that BJP is undertaking only because they are panic-stricken and they are scared of the overwhelming response of the common people to the Yatra.
While the Bharat Jodo Yatra continues in Karnataka, and today is a very important day because it's going to be happening at a mutt which is important for the Vokkaliga community. That's a community that DK Shivakumar also hails from, and that's a community that Congress is looking to woo. It's a very important day for the Bharat Jodo Yatra, and DKS is in charge of it. But he's been called to Delhi, and in fact my colleague Siddhant Mishra joined us from the location where he will be questioned at. Siddhant, at what time is he expected to reach there, and what do we expect the line of questioning to be today? Take us through it.
Well, look, this is not for the first time that DK Shivakumar has been summoned by Enforcement Directorate. In fact, he was placed under arrest in 2019, and later he was behind the bars for a couple of months in a money laundering case. So this is perhaps the second time that DK Shivakumar has been summoned. This time around, his brother DK Suresh has also been summoned by Enforcement Directorate. Right now, we are at Kaveri apartment. We are being told that DK Shivakumar is staying here, and at around 10:30 he is likely to come out, and he will go to Enforcement Directorate's office in the national capital, and at around 11 we have been told that questioning with DK Shivakumar will begin. Now this questioning is happening at a time when DK Shivakumar is the chairman of Congress party committee in Karnataka, and Bharat Jodo Yatra is passing through Karnataka. So he's loaded with lot of party related works. He's loaded with lot of responsibility related to Bharat Jodo Yatra. The Yatra is passing through Karnataka state, and he has been questioned by Enforcement Directorate. And this is perhaps the reason that he is making this allegation on BJP that they are rattled. They're not liking the success of Bharat Jodo Yatra. And this is the reason that they have summoned me and my brother to disturb the Yatra. Everyone knows that I belong to Karnataka. I am the chief of the party in Karnataka, and it is very important for me to be there at the time of Yatra. But since I have been summoned, it is only because BJP is rattled and they're not liking the success of the Yatra. So this is what DK Shivakumar has to say. But Enforcement Directorate has to say that there were certain dealings which DK Shivakumar and DK Suresh had with Young Indian National Herald. There were some donations which were made by them, and to corroborate that evidence, they have been summoned. They have been called by Enforcement Directorate today. Now this is a long going investigation in National Herald Young Indian case. Mallikarjun Kharge, Pawan Bansal, Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, they all have been summoned. Their statements have been recorded. Today is DK Shivakumar and his brother's turn. They will be questioned related to the transactions that were made by them.
Back on the nation at 5 with yet another Aam Aadmi Party Arvind Kejriwal minister in the cabinet, Rajinder Pal Singh Gautam, in the eye of a storm. Now, this is with alleged conversion row that's being raked up by the BJP. It's happened on the day of Dussehra, where nearly a gathering of 10,000 people are seen taking an oath in which one of the pledges is not to worship Hindu gods and goddesses, not to treat them as their gods or Isht. And Rajinder Pal Gautam is there on the dais with his hand out, taking and administering the pledge to this entire huge gathering. The counter that's come in is that he attended in a personal capacity, and that too, this is an event organized by the Bharatiya Buddha Samaj, and this is an annual affair. But the kind of utterances that were made as pledges are the ones that have been questioned by the BJP, with the BJP labeling the Aam Aadmi Party as Hindu Virodi and carrying perhaps an underlying hatred towards Hindu beliefs and Hindu gods and goddesses.
पहले बताइए कब का ये वीडियो है, क्या कार्यक्रम था, कितने लोग शामिल थे, कौन कौन उसमें आया था?
एक्चुअली डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब अम्बेडकर जी ने अपने पूरे जीवन में अपमान सहा। अल्टीमेटली उन्होंने संकल्प किया कि मैं अब ऐसी सामाजिक व्यवस्था में नहीं बना रहूँगा जिसमें मैं पैदा हुआ हूँ। जिसमें कोई जन्म से नीच है, कोई जन्म से ऊंच है। और जब उन्होंने ये घोषणा की तो उसके बाद हैदराबाद के निज़ाम ने उनको करोड़ों रुपए का ऑफर किया कि आप इस्लाम में आ जाओ। तो उन्होंने फिर अल्टीमेटली बौद्ध धर्म की दीक्षा 14 अक्टूबर 1956 को ली, और उस दीक्षा लेने के बाद से उन्होंने ये संज्ञान लिया कि मैं भारत को प्रबुद्ध भारत बनाऊंगा। लोग वैज्ञानिक दृष्टिकोण से सोचें और प्रज्ञा पर आधारित ज्ञान अर्जित करें, लोग छुआछूत तो जातिवाद से पूरी तरह मुक्त हो जाएं और मानवता को सबसे बड़ा धर्म माने। हम लोग सभी धर्मों को आदर और सत्कार करते हैं, सबकी आस्था की इज्जत करते हैं, क्योंकि बाबा साहेब तो खुद भारत के संविधान में मौलिक अधिकार में देकर गए कि सबको अपने अपने धर्म की और उपासना की स्वतंत्रता है।
Well, Manjinder Pal Singh Sirsa ji of the BJP is with us, and Ashwini Dubey, advocate Supreme Court, is with us. Mr. Sirsa, good evening. First up, they said it's organized by a Bharatiya Bauddha Samaj, but the discourse is political because it was called Jai Bhim and it is an Ambedkarite movement. So is it politics or is it religion?
आनंद जी, पहले हमें ये समझना होगा, बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट जो है जो उन्होंने किया। देखिए, उन्होंने खुद अभी कहा कि बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर हमें एक सेकुलर संविधान देकर गए हैं। बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर जी ने जो संविधान दिया उसकी कसम खाकर कोई इंसान दूसरे के धर्म के खिलाफ कैसे बोल सकता है? सवाल ये नहीं है। वो बौद्ध धर्म में रहें, अच्छी बात है, जो भी उनकी भावनाएं हैं उनकी बहुत कदर होनी चाहिए, हर किसी के धर्म की कदर होनी चाहिए। अभी मैं एक सिख धर्म से हूं, आपका एक धर्म है, मुझे ये अधिकार है कि मैं अपने धर्म के गुरुओं की बात करूं, उनके अच्छे विचारों को आपसे साझा करूं, दुनिया को बताऊं कि कितने अच्छे थे। लेकिन मेरे को ये अधिकार ना धर्म देता है ना संविधान देता है कि मैं आपके धर्म के खिलाफ बोलूं और मैं ये कहूं कि आपके गुरुओं को हम गुरु नहीं मानते, आपके गुरुओं कसम खाओ कि तुम आज के बाद राम को, श्री कृष्ण जी को और बाकी जो देवी देवता हैं, या वर्मा जी को, विष्णु जी को, महेश जी को आप कहो कि हम इनको नहीं मानते। ये कहने का अधिकार किसी को नहीं है। और खास तौर पर जब आप एक संवैधानिक पद पर बैठे हैं, उसकी गरिमा और मर्यादा भी है। हम एक सेकुलर संविधान की कसम खाकर चलते हैं। मान लीजिए, आप कल्पना कीजिए, आज ये काम राजेंद्रपाल गौतम ने किया है। अब मान लीजिए कल एक क्रिश्चियन धर्म का आदमी या किसी भी और धर्म का, मैं नाम नहीं देता किसी धर्म का, वो खड़ा होकर दूसरे धर्म के बारे में बोलता है कि ये तो हम नहीं मानेंगे, इसको गुरु नहीं मानेंगे, ये गुरु गलत है। और कल को कोई मेरे धर्म के बारे में, मेरे गुरु साहिबानों के बारे में ऐसा बोलता है, तो आप कल्पना कीजिए इस देश में क्या हो जाएगा। एक सेकुलर मुल्क जो है उसकी अखंडता कहां रह जाएगी। हमारा कहना ये नहीं है, ये बीजेपी की बात नहीं है। हमें एक ऐसा इंसान, आप भी समझिए कि एज अ ह्यूमन, क्या ये बात ठीक है कि हम ये कहें कि इस धर्म के लोगों को नहीं मानेंगे, इस धर्म को?
आम आदमी पार्टी और अरविंद केजरीवाल को क्यों घसीट रहे? मैं तो पर्सनल कैपेसिटी में गया था, बतौर मिनिस्टर थोड़ी गया था। ये तो हर साल होता है। दैट्स व्हाट ही इज सेइंग।
आपने कसम, यही दिक्कत है ना। जब आप कुछ बुरा करते हैं तो आप इंडिविजुअल हो जाते हैं, जब अच्छा करते हैं तो हमने सरकार ने किया। मैं कहता हूं, मान लीजिए इंडिविजुअल कैपेसिटी में गए हैं, पर संविधान की कसम खाते वक्त ऐसी कोई दो कैपेसिटियां नहीं है। संविधान जब आपको कसम खाने को कहता है तो आपकी इंडिविजुअल कैपेसिटी खत्म हो जाती है। आज आप एक संवैधानिक पद पर बैठे हुए हैं। मान लीजिए कल अरविंद केजरीवाल या मान लीजिए कोई और मुख्यमंत्री जाकर सिख धर्म के बारे में खिलाफत करता और बाद में कहता मैंने इंडिविजुअल कैपेसिटी में की है, तो क्या नरसिंह जी उसको माफ किया जा सकता है? एक बात, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के लिए एसिड टेस्ट है, वो बताएं कि इस पे वो कार्रवाई करेंगे या नहीं करेंगे। अगर अरविंद केजरीवाल जी इस चीज का साथ नहीं दे रहे, इस कन्वर्जन का साथी नहीं है, वो इस बौद्ध धर्म के अंदर जिस तरीके से सब कुछ बोला गया उसका साथ नहीं देते, तो क्या अरविंद केजरीवाल जी अपने मंत्री पे कार्रवाई करेंगे कि तुमने गलत किया, पाप किया है? यहाँ पर
ये
कई पाप है, ये एक बहुत बड़ा गुनाह है।
देखिए, यहाँ पे कई लेवल पर फैक्ट्स को डिस्टॉर्ट करके प्रस्तुत किया गया, क्योंकि बाबा साहब भीमराव रामजी अम्बेडकर वाज नेवर इन फेवर ऑफ दिस वर्ड सेक्युलर इन आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। तो ओरिजिनल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में वर्ड सेक्युलर था ही नहीं। दूसरी बात, बौद्ध धर्म कभी किसी और धर्म की निंदा नहीं करता। तो अगर ये बौद्ध धर्म की आड़ लेकर किया जा रहा है कि ये शपथ ली गई, तो वो बौद्ध धर्म में ऐसी कोई शपथ है नहीं। तीसरी बात, इन्होंने जय भीम की बात की, अम्बेडकराइट मूवमेंट की बात की, जहां फिर ये कास्टिज्म गेम खेल रहे हैं और जिस तरह की शपथ ली जा रही है वो किसी और धर्म की निंदा करते हुए की जा रही है, वहां ओपनली इसको किया जा रहा है। तो ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली इसका प्रावधान नहीं है। अश्विनी दुबे, And fourthly, if he's standing there, he's present there on the dais because he's a minister in the Arvind Kejriwal cabinet. So can he just get away by saying that he's come there on personal capacity? And you see around their neck is the political Ambedkarite symbol. So just by having two Buddhist monks standing there, can you then say, no, this is just an annual dharma thing? Because then it's an insult to Buddhism also.
Yes, and he has taken, Anand Bhai, in person, he has taken the oath of the Constitution that he will respect the basic object of the Constitution, which says that everyone is equal. And the Constitution propagation only indicated persuasion without coercion. And right to propagate a religion do not include the right to convert any person. The law is very clear. It has to be remembered that Article 25(1) guarantees freedom of conscience. And freedom of conscience means that you should not convert the people of other faith, that too in a mass conversion. Anand Bhai, I would like to remind as a student of law that mass religious conversion, Supreme Court from time to time in Ram Gopal Tripathi's case have also held that if someone accepts a religion out of his choice, then nobody should raise an objection. But mass conversion is a matter of concern for any country, including India. Anand Bhai, I am a Hindu, you are a Hindu. A Muslim, be a Muslim. A Christian, be a Christian. But why you want to convert the whole world? All 6 sects of Christianity are found here. All 72 sects of Islam are not found in Islamic countries, but are found in India. So freedom to follow
all the
any
streams
religion.
of Buddhism are also found in India. They are not found in other places, but they are found in India. And Buddhism finds its origin as a world religion in India. But Buddhism never talks about taking an oath which decries another religion, sir. That's another insult. Not just the one that they're doing is not only not constitutional. It's against a religion that is Hinduism and Hindu faith, but it is also using Buddhism for the wrong reasons. You cannot have two Buddhist monks standing there administering an oath which decries other religions, because Buddhism does not advocate that at all.
And that too, when you are a minister, taken an oath to uphold the Constitution and constitutional morality at paramount. And at that point of time, instead of preaching and following that India is a socialist, secular, democratic republic and rule of law is the basic dictum of our democracy, you are asking thousands and thousands of people, means influencing them. It is also a kind of influence. भाई कभी सुपरस्टिशन के बेसिस पर, कभी कुछ देकर, कभी जादू के नाम पर, कभी कुछ करके हियर यू आर डूइंग कि हिंदू देवी देवताओं की पूजा मत करना, क्योंकि बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर has never in favor of mass conversion. So and other thing is why we have to move forward. One more this thing. We need a law at a central level. We have discussed in Lavanya's death. We have seen it. Anand Bhai, and you have discussed it. The law has to be there. There has to be a law. And law, Uttarakhand, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh,
not just that.
Himachal.
Not just that. There is a point that Mandinder Sissa makes this. Had this been another religion or any other person standing there and advocating this against another religion, what would have been the furor that would have been created? Why is it this being brushed under the carpet and why being treated with kid gloves is a question. But the aspect is, Mr. Sirsa, that if this is an annual affair, why is the BJP highlighting it only today? The Aam Aadmi Party has been in power for the last 8 years and Rajinder Pal Gautam says this is an annual affair. हर दशहरे को ये होता है.
नहीं, see, first of all, ऐसा अफेयर पहले होता है. आपने और मैंने तो देखा नहीं किसी भी मंच पे आज तक. देखिए, आई एम 50 years old. मुझे भी राजनीति में भी बहुत समय हो गया, पर बिलीव मी, मैंने अपनी लाइफ में ऐसा इवेंट नहीं देखा जहां पर ये कहा जाए कि हम शपथ लेते हैं हम राम जी को भगवान नहीं मानेंगे, हम शपथ लेते हैं हम कृष्ण जी को भगवान नहीं मानेंगे. अगर आपने नरसिंह ऐसा कोई पहले इवेंट देखा है तो मुझे जानकारी नहीं है. टू माई ऑनेस्ट, टू माई ओथ, टू माई गॉड, आई कैन से कि मैंने अपनी लाइफ में ऐसा इवेंट पहली बात नहीं देखा. दूसरी बात, मैं तो आपसे बड़े एक संक्षेप में पूछा और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के लिए ये सवाल है. आप भूल जाइए इनको, ये क्या कर रहे हैं, अच्छा काम कर रहे होंगे. आप मुझे ये बता दीजिए, मान लीजिए अभी बीजेपी का आदमी इसी तरह खड़ा होकर किसी दूसरे धर्म के बारे में वो दिला रहा हो कि हम फलां आदमी के धर्म के भगवान को भगवान नहीं मानेंगे, तो आप बताइए अरविंद केजरीवाल अब तक सारे देश में आग लगा चुके होते या ना लगा चुके होते. तीसरी बात, आप जाते हैं अरविंद केजरीवाल जी कहते हैं मेरे हनुमान जी मेरे साथ हैं, राम जी मेरे साथ हैं. आपने आपको याद हो अभी उन्होंने पिछले दिनों में जब जन्माष्टमी थी तो उन्होंने क्या कहा, हम सब लोग मिलकर जन्माष्टमी मनाएंगे, दिल्ली के देश के सारे करोड़ों लोग मिलकर हम कृष्ण जी की पूजा करेंगे. अब आपका मंत्री कह रहा है कि कृष्ण को भगवान ही नहीं मानना, राम जी को भगवान ही नहीं मानना, और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के मुंह में फेविकॉल पड़ गई है, वो बोलने को तैयार नहीं है। तो आपकी कौन सा स्टैंड है कि आप कभी भगवान को भी राजनीति में ले आएंगे और इस कदर ले आएंगे कि आप भगवान का अपमान करने के बाद भी आप ये कहेंगे कि हमें अपमान करने का राइट है। ये
जहां तक हमें बताया गया है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल इस वक्त गुजरात में है, वो इस अपने मिनिस्टर से काफी नाराज हैं, उनसे एक्सप्लेनेशन भी मांगी है, उनसे बात भी की है, और आम आदमी पार्टी की तरफ से एक प्रतिक्रिया ऑफिशियली जो आम आदमी पार्टी का पोजीशन है वो भी एक्सपेक्टेड है जल्द, बिकॉज वी गिवन टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट मिस्टर केजरीवाल इज वेरी वेरी अपसेट विद द कंडक्ट एंड व्हाट हैज टर्न्ड आउट, व्हाट्स कम आउट नाउ। नहीं, ये तो आपका हक बनता है ये पूछें कि कितना टाइम लेंगे रिएक्शन में, क्योंकि और उल्टा होता तो फिर आपका रिएक्शन इमीडिएट होता, अभी बहुत डिलेड है, अभी बहुत डिलेड है जी।
यस, सो इट मींस कि इंटेंशनली यू आर डूइंग दिस, the same trend you are following in Punjab also. There is a mass conversion going on in Punjab also. People are made Christian by luring them, उनको लोभ लालच देके, and same thing is happening in Delhi. और दिल्ली में तो आप एक कदम आगे चले गए, not just you are giving a mass conversion, but at the same time you are telling people to insult the God and Goddess.
Right. Right. See, if it is part of the 22 oaths that they have to take, Mr. Rajinder Pal Gautam never talked about this oath that has been seen being administered in the video. He talked about other aspects which perhaps were more benign and more acceptable. But this oath, why was it administered, and that too such a huge gathering? And even if he was there in an individual capacity, why did he not object to that oath being taken? These are questions that remain. Does he subscribe to that kind of a mindset? And if that is the case, if he subscribes, then should he be in government, and does he have the right to govern or be a part of a government? That's the other question. I thank you, Ashwini Dubey and Manjinder Sissaji, for joining us. We've got to take yet another break here on The Nation at 5. Stay with us.
To Karnataka, the Enforcement Directorate has summoned Karnataka Congress Chief DK Shivakumar to appear before them in Delhi today. This in connection with the National Herald case. The ED had rejected Shivakumar's request to extend the date of his appearance, citing the responsibilities he has during the ongoing yatra. Remember, the case relates to alleged financial irregularities committed by the Young Indian Limited while taking over the assets of the National Herald. The IT department during the initial probe had allegedly found unaccounted for and misreported wealth linked to the Congress leader.
He has summoned DK Shivakumar. They have asked him to appear before them. So how will he take up? How is Congress party planning about it? Because he's saying that he'll be consulting the Congress party leaders and then taking decision.
They have filed the case with vengeance. Why they are not filing either income tax or not raiding on any of the BJP people? You mean to say there are no rich people in BJP? You mean to say that the people who have amassed wealth disproportionate to their known wealth? Huh? Why they are not filing case against any BJP man? Huh? Why they are choosing only Shivakumar and Congress people? That shows it's a vengeance politics.
They can summon Mr. DK Shivakumar and Mr. DK Suresh 500 times more. They are only trying to block our yatra. Neither is DK Shivakumar scared, nor is DK Suresh scared, nor is Mr. Siddaramaiah scared, nor is Mr. BK Hari Prasad scared, nor are lakhs and lakhs of Congress workers scared. We will give them a befitting reply in the court of the people, and we reject such malicious, vicious attempts that BJP is undertaking only because they are panic-stricken and they are scared of the overwhelming response of the common people to the yatra.
While the Bharat Jodo Yatra continues in Karnataka, and today is a very important day because it's going to be happening at a mutt which is important for the Vokkaliga community. That's a community that DK Shivakumar also hails from, and that's a community that Congress is looking to woo. It's a very important day for the Bharat Jodo Yatra, and DKS is in charge of it. But he's been called to Delhi, and in fact my colleague Siddhant Mishra joined us from the location where he will be questioned at. Siddhant, at what time is he expected to reach there? And what do we expect the line of questioning questioning to be today? Take us through it.
Well, look, this is not for the first time that DK Shivakumar has been summoned by Enforcement Directorate. In fact, he was placed under arrest in 2019, and later he was behind the bars for a couple of months in a money laundering case. So this is perhaps the second time that DK Shivakumar has been summoned. This time around, his brother DK Suresh has also been summoned by Enforcement Directorate. Right now, we are at Kaveri apartment. We have been told that DK Shivakumar is staying here, and at around 10:30 he is likely to come out, and he will go to Enforcement Directorate's office in the national capital, and at around 11 we have been told that questioning with DK Shivakumar will begin. Now this questioning is happening at a time when DK Shivakumar is the chairman of Congress party committee in Karnataka, and Bharat Jodo Yatra is passing through Karnataka. So he's loaded with lot of party related works. He's loaded with lot of responsibility related to Bharat Jodo Yatra. The Yatra is passing through Karnataka state, and he has been questioned by Enforcement Directorate. And this is perhaps the reason that he is making this allegation on BJP that they are rattled. They're not liking the success of Bharat Jodo Yatra. And this is the reason that they have summoned me and my brother to disturb the Yatra. Everyone knows that I belong to Karnataka. I am the chief of the party in Karnataka, and it is very important for me to be there.
Back on the Nation at 5 with another tug-of-war between the left and the RSS, and this is following the RSS Sarsang Chalak Mohan Bhagwat's Dussehra speech, with the Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan lashing out at Mohan Bhagwat over his imbalanced population remark. Pinarayi Vijayan has said that Mohan Bhagwat's statement is baseless and aimed at fueling communal polarization. He also called for democratic forces to stand firm against communal bigotry. Remember, AIMIM Chief Asaduddin Owaisi had also hit out at Mohan Bhagwatji, saying that if Hindus and Muslims have the same DNA, then where is the imbalance? Now remember, during the RSS Vijayadashmi event on Dussehra, Mohan Bhagwat had said that there's a need to worry about religion-based population imbalance.
वैसे जनसंख्या का ठीक से उपयोग किया तो एक साधन बनता है, एसेट बनता है। आज अपनी इतनी ज्यादा जनसंख्या है तो जैसे उसका वर्णन बोझ के रूप में हो सकता है, वैसे हम ये भी कह सकते हैं कि हम आज डेमोग्राफिक डिविडेंड की स्थिति में है कि जनसंख्या में प्रमाण का भी संतुलन चाहिए। हम भुगते हैं, जनसंख्या का असंतुलन हुआ तो 50 साल पहले उसके गंभीर परिणामों को हमने भुगता, और केवल हमारा ऐसा हुआ ऐसा नहीं, आज की तारीख में यह असंतुलन जन्मदर एक भाग है उसका, लेकिन जोर जबरदस्ती या छल कपट से, लालच से मतांतरण, ये सबसे बड़ा फैक्टर है। और जहां सीमा पार से घुसपैठ होती है वहां घुसपैठ से भी ये होता है। उस संतुलन का भी ध्यान रखना देश हित की दृष्टि से अनिवार्य बात है।
Good evening, this is Viewpoint. I'm Zakir Jacob. There is a massive controversy brewing over the Aam Aadmi Party Minister Rajendrapal Gautam giving an oath to over 10,000 people earlier this week converting to Buddhism. This was a video tweeted out by the BJP. It clearly shows that it's not just the conversion that is the problem, but also the fact that Hindu gods and goddesses were denigrated there. The minister in question, CNN News 18, confronted him. He claims innocence. He says it was not his intention to hurt any religion and that he had gone there in his personal capacity. The BJP has latched on, accusing the Aam Aadmi Party of being an anti-Hindu party. The question is, why should the gods of any religion be insulted to make a point? And can a minister who is sworn in by the constitution of this land claim that he had gone to a public function in his personal capacity?
Another day, another controversy for the Aam Aadmi Party.
This time, a massive row has erupted over a video tweeted by the Delhi BJP.
गौरी गणपति आदि हिंदू धर्म के किसी भी देवी देवताओं को नहीं मानूंगा और ना ही उनकी पूजा करूंगा.
In the video, thousands of people can be seen taking an oath and converting to Buddhism.
ईश्वर नहीं मानूंगा.
In the video, the AAP minister Rajendra Pal Gautam can be seen on the stage while thousands are taking an oath in an alleged mass conversion rally. People were allegedly asked to pledge not to worship the Hindu gods and goddesses.
ब्रह्मा विष्णु और महेश को कभी ईश्वर नहीं मानूंगा.
Facing flack from all spheres, the AAP minister is adamant and defended the event, saying it has nothing to do with politics.
ये आयोजन भारतीय बौद्ध महासभा हर साल आयोजित करती है. इसका राजनीति से कोई लेना नहीं है, किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से कोई लेना नहीं. हम लोग सभी धर्मों को आदर और सत्कार करते हैं, सबकी आस्था की इज्जत करते हैं.
नहीं मानूंगा.
The opposition BJP is up in arms, terming the AAP Sarkar a Hindu Virodhi party.
मैं अरविंद केजरीवाल से कहता हूं कि 24 घंटे के अंदर ऐसे मंत्री को बर्खास्त करना चाहिए और नहीं तो हम पुलिस में कंप्लेंट देंगे.
Already caught in the fire of the alleged liquor and DTC scam, should the Aam Aadmi Party sack its minister and come out clean?
All right, this evening on The Talking Point, Anuja Kapoor is spokesperson of the BJP, Prashant Gadvi is a political analyst, Ratan Sharda, RSS researcher and author, and Kevin Matthew will also be joining our social activist. Anuja Kapoor, Mr. Rajendra Pal Gautam, the minister in question, says he went there in his personal capacity. I'm not sure what personal capacity means for somebody who is constitutionally sworn in as a minister of the government of Delhi. Does that defense cut ice with you, the fact that he's saying that this has nothing to do with the Aam Aadmi Party or the government? He went there in his personal capacity, and this is something that is organized by the Bodh Mahasabha every single year.
So, Zaka, as you've asked, what is his personal capacity in public consent? This is where the whole controversy lies. He is talking about that it was in his own capacity he went. If this thing has happened with BJP, they would not have asked us and would not have questioned the BJP and gave us asked for tweets and resignations of the XYZ. But when it comes to them, and now they are under the line of fire, they are saying that Arvind Kejriwal ji is very angry with this minister. But have you seen any PC being given by this Arvind Kejriwal's party? No. Who is giving PC every 5 minutes and taunting BJP? He has not said anything against his minister. He is there giving PC for Manish Sisodia, that he's a Kattar Imandar, for Satyendra Jain, he's a Kattar Imandar, Tahir Hussain, Amanatullah. But when it is coming about Hinduism, he is not doing it.